What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team FISHKNUCKLES YouTube channel. Today is Rogue Tuesday with the Burning Shadow stuff legal. And once again, I do apologize for this background, but is it not beautiful? Do you not enjoy this? Alright guys, but today we're covering Salazzle GX, one of the new GXs from Burning Shadows that really hasn't received a lot of hype, or like a lot of, I don't know, a lot of stuff around it. Hold on, you can't see my cards because my dang face is in the way. Dang face. There we go. There, I fixed it. I fixed it, guys. On the spot. Fixing editing. Alright, but this is the Salazzle GX deck. It really hasn't got a lot of hype because it's not such good of a card. But Salazzle GX, 200 HP. Decent. The good thing about this card is Diabolical Claws. This deck does 50 damage for each prize card you have taken. So once you've taken 4 prize cards, you can do like 200, which is really cool. 3, 150, then Choice Band 180. So it is a good attack for Diabolical Claws, which is what we need to do. We have to take 3 prize cards first, and then Diabolical Claws can start kicking in. And the way we're going to take prize cards from the first couple turns is Heat Blast. Now it does 110, which doesn't take a knockout of anybody. Like literally... I don't think it really knocks out too much Pokemon. Like, it might knock out the basics, of course, but not EXs or GXs. And it does have a really cool GX attack, Queen's Haze. GX, discard all energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. So that's really nice. You can just get all the energies off the field, take a knockout that, or just like disrupt them 100%, and be good to go that way. So I think it's a cool attack. But really what we're trying to do here is Heat Blast, and that's what we're going to focus on is this Heat Blast Salazzle GX. And the one way we're going to take this, how to power this up is the other Salazzle. It has the Hot Poison ability. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may leave your opponent's active Pokemon burned and poisoned. So that's an additional 30 damage. Poison's 10, burn is 20, flip a coin of heads. They are unburned and tails are still burned. So it could boost it up. So we're doing 140, okay? And with a choice band, of course, 170 to EX or GXs. And they're going to play another new card called Seviper, which puts 1 more damage card on your opponent's poison Pokemon between turns. So you can do 180. If you have 2, 190 with 3, 200. Now, one card that I kind of like want in here is a Skyfield, so that we can have multiple Sevipers and Salazzles and stuff like that on the bench. So that's one card I would definitely already put in this deck if I were to replay it again. But I would not replay this deck again. If I was y'all, I would not replay this deck. It's cool, it looks great, but it's just not that good, unfortunately. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today. We're trying to use that Heat Blast with the good old Hot Poison ability and try to take a knockouts that way with Seviper to help power it up. Of course, 2 Tapu Lele-s to help us set up, of course. So for Devolution Spray, put a Pokemon back into your hand. Of course, to re-put back these Salandites, Salazzles. You can evolve again the same turn, but if you pick it back up immediately, then you can put it back down the next turn, which is really nice. 1 Energy Recycler, because why not get energies back into our deck. 2 Field Blower, because we need to use our abilities, so we need to make sure we can take down Garbotoxin, Garbodor, and Choice Band, and Fear Belts. Fear Belts is another thing as well that could mess us up. 2 Rescue Stretcher, because we need a bunch of Pokemon back into our hand, or in our deck for sure. 4 Ultra Ball, 4 VS Seeker. 1 Brigette, so we can find multiple Salandites turn 1, because that is the game plan. We need to find all the Salandites we can, because we have to evolve next turn into 2 Salazzles. 1 Guzma, and you're going to see some lists put like a 1-1 split. I'm not sure like what this one really needs. Like, Guzma's good. If you have somebody in the active spot, that's not who you need, and you need to switch out your opponent's active. But a lot of times you need a Lysandre, so that's the difference here. Sometimes you're going to see 1 Hex Maniac, shut down abilities, which is really nice, and 1 Kiawe. I'm not sure how good this card is in this deck, but it does let you search for 4 Fire Energy and put them to one of your Pokemon. We're only going to use it to search out 2. I think it's just funny they include in the deck, and your turn ends when you play it. But I mean, turn 1, you search for 2 Fire Energies. If you get down multiple Salandites, not too bad of an idea. Probably still bad overall. I'd probably just cut it for another card immediately. But why not? We haven't seen Kiawe yet online, so why not show off the beautiful full art? 1 Lysandre, like I said, we're split between the Lysandre and Guzma. I'm not sure which one is better. 3 in and 4 Sycamore, and of course 3 Choice Band for that Salazzle to do that 140. 3 Float Stones, so we get that free retreat, especially for Seviper. He has a 2 retreat call, so no DCs in the deck. And we do have Guzma, and that's the good thing about Burning Shadows, is we have Guzma now. So if they bring up somebody that, or if you get somebody stuck in the X spot, you can always Guzma out of the X spot, which is really cool. And 10 Fire Energy. Now, the only thing that's kind of like hard with this deck is like turn 1, you can put down Salandite, you can put down a Fire Energy, and then your opponent can knock it out turn 1, and then you have to put another Fire Energy about a Salazzle, and then wait. So it's a very hard deck to play. I promise you it's not that good, but I want to test it out, see can it work or not. And like I said, the good attack here is Diabolic Claws. It's definitely like, might see it played in like a 1-up, like a 2-1 line to some decks and some fire decks, and maybe if that's. I don't think it's worth the space though. It's definitely a cool concept with Diabolic Claws. It's just too bad that Heat Blast like doesn't do 140. If it did 140 and you put the other Salazzle, then it becomes really good. But unfortunately, we do not have that. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and let's see the deck in action. Alright, so maybe it's Tom Dom playing a grass deck, which is fantastic. So can go for those one-shots. Alright, so on the coin flip, hopefully we'll go first because we need to put down some Landites, part of those Salazzles, you know. They do take a second to start attacking. But we'll see. Alright, so we lost the coin flip, unfortunately, and we'll be going second. Unless he wants to be crazy and go first and try to go for a knockout turn 1. Alright, but nope, going to let us go second like I thought. Alright, like I said yesterday, you always want to go first. No matter what, you always want to go first. Never see you both get mulligans. Alright, so... okay. Alright, okay, I was like, that's my hand. Okay, I was so confused for a second. Okay, so Revitalize, some other stuff. Alright, so we start with Seviper. Man, yeah, I'm gonna start with Seviper here just in case he takes a knockout turn 2. I don't want to leave a Salandit in the axe spot. Okay, because the only unfortunate thing is we need 2 energies on Salazzle to start swinging. So, could be bad. Could be bad if he knocks out turn 1. I kind of want to EXP shares in here, but I definitely couldn't find the space for EXP shares. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Can we take down this grass deck? I mean, we are fire, so fire does technically beat grass. But the weird thing about Salazzle, it needs 2 fire energies. Okay. Alright, so get to Pokemon. We'll put down Salandite. We'll press done, and let's start the party here, guys. Now, it looks like we might be Sycamore in turn 1, which is pretty bad. And there we see Tapu Koko in the active spot. So, it really doesn't tell me too much about my opponent's deck. It could be, like, Decidueye. And if it's Decidueye with Koko, it means Ninetales, which is very scary because they play Espeon, which can de-evolve our Pokemon to easily knock out our Salandites. Yep, that could be a problem. It could be a big, big problem here. But we see an Ultra Ball going to discard 2 cards from his hands. I mean, if we top deck another Salandite, I'm definitely just going to Hex Fire Energy and pass because that's definitely like the best turn we can have right there. So he's an Ultra Ball. Just kind of Ultra Ball and grass. Come on, it's got to be Decidueye, right? Tapu Lele, maybe Brigette Spaghetti coming out. Wants to get set up a little bit. Yep, there's a Lele. Okay. I'm gonna use that Wonder Tag, search for 3 Pokemon. Time to see what our opponent is playing. Okay, well, Brigette, of course. We knew that was happening. Okay, call that Brigette. We knew it was going to happen there. I called it. And we're going to see Brigette probably grabbing some Rowlets. But is it a Golisopod variant Super Scoop Up? Tails. Look at that new artwork of Super Scoop Up. Alright, Brigette for 3 new Pokemon. Let's see who I feel like it's going to be Golisopod now. I am a Psychic. I am a Psychic. I am a Psychic. Alright, so Grassing on Wimpod. Choice Bands Wimpod. And Struck for 2. Man, I guess we're going to play Golisopod all week. This is our 3rd Golisopod match straight. So, there's our Tapu Lele. Alright, so I'm going to Lele here. Yes. We're going to grab our own Brigette. 2 can play that game, mister. Alright, so we got Brigette. We'll search for 3 Salandites. Well, got a bigger problem on our hand, kids. Put down Salandite, pass. Well, the good thing about playing against Golisopod is we're fire, he's grass, so we can one-shot him without using the Salazzle. So we might not need this Salazzle at all, which is not what we want to do, but hey, we may compromise this sometime. Alright, so this Golisopod come down. Does he have a Guzma here? And Struck for 1. Does he find the good old Guzma? Another Golisopod coming down, okay. Alright, he's gonna take a knockout here, and, oh boy, you better get ready, Golisopod. Now, Golisopod, like I said yesterday, is definitely one of the better decks coming out of a, Burning Shadow, so it's not a big surprise that we're gonna see this deck a ton of times. So, on our turn, we find a, Field Blower. Well, we'll use that guy, okay, we'll get rid of the Choice Bin off the bench. We'll put a Salazzle GX in the active spot. And we'll go for a Sycamore, discarding a Salazzle. We really need to save the spot for another Salazzle. And we find a Fire Energy, so we're good to go. Put a Fire Energy in the active. And we'll just good old Heat Blast here for the knockout. Looking good, guys. We're doing great already. Alright, so Devolution Spray and another Salandit. There we go. That's all I can see. Multiple Salandites coming down. Okay, because the only option really is to attack with Tapu Lele. Like, that's the only real way he's going to survive. But now that we have another Salandite, if he sends the Tapu Lele, we can actually take a knockout this turn if we get a Choice Band. So take a knockout here, going down to 4 prize cards. And I know it's Fire versus Grass, it's kind of lopsided, but I mean, the Golisopod is like one of the biggest decks coming out of Burning Shadows, so we gotta, play against everything. We'll see Tapu Lele come with the X spot onto our opponent's turn. Okay, so gonna draw a card, and like I said, the only real way to do this is to go maybe Tapu Lele in a swing. There's a Revitalizer, gonna get the Wimpod and Golisopod back into his hand. Okay. Now, if he goes for Tapu Lele and like Flying Flip, like whatever, we'll just like Heat Blast for the knockout. So this Sycamore, go and discard his hand, drawing 70 cards, discards a Golisopod. Oh, he doesn't have a Forest in play. That's kind of bad for him. There's a DC active. We'll see a Flying Flip doing 20 to everybody. But like I said, really not going to matter. Unless he gets like a Choice Band and a DC and goes for a Cross and Cut GX next turn. So, we'll see a Flying Flip doing 20 to everybody. Come on, everybody, take some damage. Alright. On our turn, we will not put down the Salazzle, put down Salandite. Fire Energy the unhurt Salandite. And we will just go for a Heat Blast for another 110. Taking a knockout, going down to 3. Okay. Alright, so Rescue Stretcher coming in our hand. Right now, we can use that Diabolical Claws for 150 as well. Here comes a Ringaroo. Okay. Alright, what can our opponent do here? Salazzle taking names already. There's a Golisopod coming down where they take 30 less damage after applying weakness and resistance, which means Heat Blast does not take a guaranteed knockout, but Diabolical Claws will do 150 times 2, 300. Enough for a knockout. So we see Super Scoop Up. Going to pick up the Ringaroo, maybe? I'm not 100% sure where they're going to try to go for this Super Scoop Up. A Ringaroo seems like the only good option here, unless he wants to pick up the Tapu Lele and hit a supporter card. So you're going to pick up the Ringaroo, and who does he send up here? Okay, going to send the Golisopod. Alright, Ringaroo, if he finds a DC and a Choice Band, he'll be able to take a knockout here. If not, it's not looking good for our opponent. He might be thinking he's safe with that Golisopod that takes 30 less damage, but we can use that Diabolical Claws to do 300. Escape Rope. Okay, so what's in the Seviper? Really doesn't matter. We'll let Seviper take a hit. That's what Seviper is there for, guys. It's kind of there to take a hit. See a Ringaroo struck for 2. Okay. Weird sequence of events. The Ringaroo is now in the active spot again. And there's it. So we get 3, he gets 5. I mean, realistically, we haven't played too much, so we should be fine here. Float Stone, Fire Energy. Okay, so we're good to go. We can take a knockout. And pass on to our turn. Alright, so we get a Choice Band. Well, we'll Float Stone the active. We will retreat into the Salazzle. Put a Fire Energy on this guy. And, you know what? Diabolical Claws for 150. Going down to 2 prize cards, we find a Devolution Spray. Now, if he does take a knockout here some way, like I said, the only real way I can see this happening is he finds a DC and a Choice Band. Then we're going to be a little bit of trouble, but we have 2 Rescue Stretchers in our deck, 2 more Salazzles. As long as we find one of those, we should be good to go. We do. Oh, and there's victory, so there's a concession for my opponent. I wonder if he even played Choice Bands. Let's see here. Can we see our opponent's deck? I mean, you got to think he plays Choice Bands, right? Yeah, he did play 4 Choice Bands. Yeah, wow. All right. So there we go. I mean, it would have came down to what our top deck was. Like, we had 2 Fighters and Salandite. If we find another Salazzle, we would have taken a knockout. And I know, like I said, it's a lopsided match, but that was Salandite, like, just showing that it can do tier 2, 110. Even though we prized, or Salazzle, yeah, Salazzle doing 110. Even though we prized 2 Salandites, we're still A-okay and good to go. But we'll see another game with the Salazzle GX deck here in a second. Hopefully, we don't play a fourth Golisopod. That'd be pretty annoying. But we'll see what happens in the next game. Alright, guys. Alright, so I guess Pepe Lebuker. Looks Looks like they're playing Volcanion. Volcanion might be like really scary because they're really fast. So that might be a bad matchup, but you know we got to show the good matchups and the bad matchups. All right, so maybe we'll be okay here. Maybe we'll be able to get that Salazzle combo off. Take some knockouts that way, be good to go. Okay, I'm glad this is like not a Salandit because this hand would been really weird to end away. We'd probably have to end this hand if that was Salandit. Like we could go for Brigette, but we don't have a Fire Energy, so can't really risk that at all. Oh boy, how do we deal with Volcanion? I don't know. I don't know. We just have to find out here together, guys. So, okay, yes, I know our mulligan. This is so weird. Well, you can see we mulligan twice. Interesting. All right, so we start Seviper. Okay. Once again, we have the we can go for a Brigette right now, but we don't have a Fire Energy, so we need a Tactic. I mean, if we Tactic a Fire Energy, we'd be good to go. But if we don't, we have to. That's cool. That's new mulligan system. I didn't know how that works. So we see a Volcanion and a Volcanion X. Uh-oh. Alright, so maybe Volcanion coming down. We see a Max Elixir. I mean, the good thing, Salazzle does have 200 HP. So, like, you have to go for, like, triple Volcanion heat. Yeah. Or double with a choice band. Okay, I guess it's not too hard to hit 200. Alright, we see Sycamore turn 1, just going to discard a bunch of Fire Energies. Guzma, because why not? I like how Guzma's like... He's like, why not? Why not, guys? Alright, so Max looks at Energy Attachment, okay. I might just go for a Sycamore here, and is like trying to find a Fire Energy. So on our turn, we find a, okay, Seviper. I don't think he's really worth it, so I'm just going to Ultra Ball, discard Seviper, and then Brigette. We're just going to Sycamore hand away, most likely. Okay, so we do have one Salandit prized. We have the other two Salazzles in here. So we'll just go for it. Put down Salandit with Sycamore, just discard our hand, draw 70 cards. There's a Fire Energy and Ultra Bond of the Salandit. So put down Salandit. I'll put a Fire Energy on it. And unfortunately just pass. Really can't do too much on turn 1, which is kind of annoying with this deck. But can he do 100 damage to the Viper? I don't know. We see a Brooklyn Hill come down. Okay. I mean, he could easily do 100 with this guy. He has a triple Steam Up. 3, 6, 9. Yeah. Alright, Fear Belt to the active. Okay. He for sure doesn't want to get that guy knocked out. Let's see. We can Float Stone the active. Man, I just really don't want to swing into a baby Volcanion. Like, I know it sounds a lot of fun, but it's not. Like, it's not. It's not a lot of fun to swing into a baby Volcanion, especially when Volcanion X can just knock you out next turn. Alright, so let's see. So we see N, which is actually pretty good, because if we try to double Salazzle, we could take a knockout on the bench Volcanion, which is really cool. We had to get really lucky. Yeah, that's not the hand I was talking about. It's not a lucky hand, guys. Alright, so see Elixir, gonna put a Fire Energy on that guy. Okay. Oh boy. This hand went from like bad to worse. Didn't think it was possible, but it is. Alright, so Fire Energy on this guy. Fire Energy on this guy. Oh baby. Alright, so we found a Devolution Spray. Well, we can Brooklyn Hill and cry a little bit. Oh, look at our deck. It's so beautiful. Alright, so what I'm gonna do here is Lysandre up a Volcanion with 2 energies, put a Fire Energy on Salazzle, and just pass for right now. Okay? I'm forcing him to try to put a Float Stone on this guy. Cause man, I don't know. Like, he can put a Fire Energy, take a knock on a Seviper, which would be really cool, because then we take a knock on Salazzle. Okay, there's a 4th Volcanion coming down. There's a Fear Belt going to the bench Volcanion, okay. And there's Fear Belt going to the bench Volcanion and a Sycamore. Okay, so that's good. No Lice into this turn, and if we find a Field Blower, we can get rid of both of these Fury Belts, which is really nice to help us try to make sure he can't take a knockout next turn. So obviously, he's going for the Fear Belt route. There's a Fire Energy with the active. Max Elixir, okay. Will he go for a Volcanion Heat, or will he retreat to the Volcanion? And no, okay, he's going to leave it in the act spot, which is fantastic for us. That's what we need right there. Alright, so send up Salazzle. This is the opening we need right here. So on our turn, we find a Choice Band. So a Choice Band, the active. We'll play a Sycamore. We got to get really lucky here, find a Fire Energy in both Salazzles. Ultra Ball Fire Energy. And no, we whiffed the other fire. Oh, we whiffed the other Salazzle. No, we would have been able to take a knockout this turn. Well, not a knockout. Yeah. Man, that's unfortunate. Alright, so discard these two. We'll find a Salazzle. Actually, we would have to knock out 140. No, we wouldn't need another. We wouldn't need a good old Seviper, so that wouldn't have worked either. We need a lot this turn. Alright, so we'll go for a Heat Blast. Actually, we go for Queen's Haze here. And hope he whiffs a Float Stone. That's what we're going to do here. We're going to go for Queen's Haze here. Alright, so if he whiffs a Float Stone here, we can get him stuck in the axe spot. Alright. And now we discard a 3 off this Volcanion. So Field Blower, you're never a choice band. Okay. Alright. That's a good play. That was good. That was good at Queen's Haze there. Discarding all fire energy off that Volcanion. All the hard work was gone now. So that's good. It's kind of like we took out a Volcanion, but we didn't get any prize cards for it. So is there a BS Seeker? Does he have a Guzma in here? He does have a Guzma. Alright, so with the Guzma, who's he going to bring up? That is the question here. So Guzma, okay. Gonna bring this Salandit. Alright. Alrighty. Alright, so Baby Volcanion come in the axe spot. Alright, so 30 damage coming down. Okay. Alright, we got this, guys. We got this. Don't worry. We got this. Alright, so Fire Jade and Fire Jade this guy, okay? So on our turn, get a Fire Jade. So Fire Jade the active, we'll play it in. We'll both get new cards, okay? It's not the hand I wanted. Okay. So I'm putting on Salazzle. Yes. I'm gonna Devolution Spray this Salazzle. Float Stone this one. Retreat into the Salandit. And just pass. Okay. Alright, so 20 damage, all that good stuff, all the Mumbo Jumbo heads. It's off the burn. Off the burn. Alright, but next time what we could do is we can Tapu Lele for Guzma, bring up a Volcanion and get stuck in the axe spot. So Float's going to go to the bench. We see Max Elixir, okay. Gonna whiff that one. Because realistically, he's not going to be taking a knockout here. So Sycamore going to discard his hand, draws 7 cards. Discards a Starmie and a Staryu. His bench is full, so he's not going to be able to get that down, which is fantastic. And what does he do here? Yeah, if he doesn't find a Guzma here, I'm definitely going to... Okay, so switch into the Float Stone Volcanion. We're going to see retreat back into the Baby Volcanion. He gets tired of that poison. Alright, but that's good. That's another... switching card gone, which is great for us. Okay, so he's gonna put that there. On our turn, we gotta hope Guzma's not prized. So go for the Lele. Yes, we'll search for support card. And is Guzma already in the discard pile? Guzma. Alright, well. Okay, we'll grab a Hex. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to Fire Energy the active. Retreat into the Salazzle. I'm going to Hex Maniac? No, not Hex Maniac yet. I'm going to put down Salazzle. Alright, get all the conditions up. We're going to get conditions, be good to go. Yes, 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 all that kind of good stuff. All that mumbo jumbo. I'm going to Hex Maniac. And then take a knockout here. With Heat Blast. Alright, do it 110 plus everything else plus 10 and all that good stuff. Alright, so he's knocked out. He's good. We took care of... Oh, he's still burned. Take that. We go down to 5 price cards. There's a Sycamore, okay. Now he's going to be able to hit a Volcanion here and swing. But we might be able to get a knockout this turn, depending on how lucky we get. So there's a Field Blower, getting the Float Stone off the bench. Okay, he is hacked, so he cannot steam up on all that kind of jazz. I'm hoping for a Devolution Spray, which would be our last Devolution Spray. Oh my goodness, last Devolution Spray. Okay, all right. Because hypothetically, we could take a knockout this turn if we get really lucky. Like I said, a Baby Volcanion coming down. Okay. Alrighty, what else does he have here? And there's a Volcanion Heat for... Oh, we're weak to water, guys! Well, kind of forgot about that thing. So Volcanion is a terrible matchup. I forget that Volcanion EX. I always forget he's dual types until he hits us in the face. I'm like, yep, that just happened. We're dual type. Yeah, great. Well, we'll sit with the Lele. We'll see what we got here. We'll just keep trying to go for some stuff, okay? So on our turn, we get a... Okay, well, that's one piece puzzle. Put that down. We'll play Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 70 cards, okay? Alright, well... I got a Field Blower. Summon Field Blower. Get rid of this guy. That's pretty much gonna be it there. I want to keep this stuck in the axe, but I don't want to put another fire. I don't want to put a Float Stone in it. I'll put a Fire Energy on this guy. Or a Fire Energy on this guy. Okay. Oh boy. Oh my goodness, guys. What do we do here? I was really hoping for a Devolution Spray or another Salandit. So this deck's not so hot, guys. So Guzma. Fire Genie active, okay. It's not looking good, guys. Not looking good at all. Going down to one prize card. Pretty much nothing we can do here. Get him, Salandit. It's not good, guys. I think my computer froze. Yep, so Volcanion EX, not a good matchup, but I don't think this deck's good regardless. Like, it was cool. Like, it's a cool idea, but man, I see it's just not working right now. I don't even know what we can grab. Like, I don't think we have anything. I don't think there's realistically anything in our deck that can save us. So we'll discard 1 and 2. Yep. Just nothing in there. So we'll press done. We'll put on Salazzle. We'll put a Fire in the active. We will swing, and that's gonna be the game there. Like, on paper, it seems really like Salazzle seems like it doesn't seem good at all. It seems okay, but it's probably not a good deck. So I'm gonna say Salazzle, don't play it, don't do it. It's a lot to set up. Maybe there's a different way to play it. And I know we got paired against a bad matchup, but as you saw, we never like. Even if it wasn't like such a bad matchup, we never got set up in the way. We would have to get a knockout against a regular deck. Like, ever playing against a deck that we weren't weak to water, we still would have lost regardless because we never had the Seviper plays that we needed. So, I mean, Salazzle plays, sorry, the Salazzle plays that we need to take a knockout. So, it's really hard to get set up and do exactly what you want. So, unfortunately, Salazzle GX, oh man, it's not a good deck. I wish it was. It seems cool on paper, but unfortunately, it is not. But guys, hopefully during this episode of Road Tuesday, man. Alright, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Alright. Hey, we did beat Golisopod, though. I can tell you that much. If you think you're going to play against an all-grass format, then I'll play Salazzle GX. Alright, guys. Bye. Even then, you might play Volcanion, which is like 100% better than Salazzle. Putting that out there. Alrighty. Bye. Alright, guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.